Good day everyone, I am Charmaine T. Antonio from BTLED 2B. So for today's video, I am going to summarize my activities in Unit 1, Unit 2, and Unit 3. Here's are the summary of my activities in Unit 1. In my Activity 1, I will share what is my definition of curriculum. In my opinion, I see curriculum as the framework of content or ingredients that relate to that given area of study because curriculum is the process of structuring courses on a conceptual framework that has been adopted by the faculty. The faculty develops concepts and sub-concepts in order to create a coherent whole. The course objectives, competencies, and learning activities are constructed from this framework. In terms of learning, there is a logical order to everything. An effective curriculum provides teachers, students, administrators, and community stakeholders with a measurable plan and structure for delivering a quality education. The curriculum identifies the learning outcomes, standards, and core competencies that students must demonstrate before advancing to the next level. In my second activity, I will share my discussion and reflection about tradition and progressive. Traditional schools focus on the teacher and what they teach, while progressive schools focus on the students and how they can learn. From my perspective, it means the traditional point of view it prepares teachers to use new ways to help students develop their learning. In the classroom, facilities can be useful. While progressive curriculum, it is based their curricula on students' needs, experiences, interests, and talents, believing that people learn best from what they find most relevant to their life and focuses less on how a teacher prepares students for jobs and more on what students are passionate about and what critical thinking skills they can develop. Furthermore, in my activity 3, I list down the different types of curricula. Here are the 10 types of curricula including recommended curriculum, written curriculum, taught curriculum, supported curriculum, assessed curriculum, learned curriculum, hidden curriculum, null curriculum, phantom curriculum, and concomitant curriculum. The example of recommended curriculum are DepEd, CHED, TESTA, PAFTE, and DOST. In written curriculum, we have lesson plan, books, modules, instructional guides, and syllabus. While in taught curriculum, we also have performance tasks, group presentation, group tasks, laboratory experiment, and hands-on activities. Next, the books, charts, posters, worksheets, and PowerPoint are example of supported curriculum. Besides, we have assessed curriculum. Example of these are district test, quiz, state test, final examination, and achievement test. In addition, the example of learned curriculum are self-assessment, orientation, performance assessment, group study, and standard tests. Moreover, the example of hidden curriculum are being time on class, being respectful to others, how to work with others, raise your hand to speak, and turning in assignment when due. In null curriculum, there is gender education, career planning education, life education, environmental education, and sex education. Next, phantom curriculum. There is advertising, endorsement, YouTube, Facebook, news, and lastly, we have concomitant curriculum. Example of these are religious, morals, values, family references, and ethics. Let's proceed to my summary of my activities in Unit 2, which is Activity 5. I research or download a sample of K-12 curriculum guide, then I pick a particular subject area which is Math 7. In my Activity 5, I also study the curriculum guide and I look the different elements of curriculum that found in curriculum guide. I also provide my own matrix to present my output. My matrix composed of elements, content according to element, and code. The aims, goals, and objectives of Math 7 is to develop an understanding of operations with rational numbers, accurately represent rational numbers with decimals, analyze proportional relationships, and use them to solve real-world and mathematical problems. In content and subject matter, there is a grade 7 first quarter. The first quarter of Math 7 is numbers and number sense that includes demonstrates understanding of order of operations, ratio, proportion, percent, exponents, and integers. Next, the references where I get my sources. Moreover, in teaching learning methods, teachers who have mastered effective approaches and strategies in teaching mathematics can help increase students' mathematical knowledge and improve math outcomes. The teaching methods of mathematics include lecture, inductive, deductive, heuristic or discovery, analytic, synthetic, problem solving, laboratory, and project methods. And lastly, that includes in my matrix is the assessment and evaluation. Assessment plays a major role in how students learn, their motivation to learn, and how teachers teach. Assessments and evaluation support student learning to the extent that they succeed in engaging even though student with limited mathematical proficiency in solving meaningful problems. These supports often involves activities about which students have some knowledge and interest or that otherwise motivate engagement. Furthermore, in my Activity 6, I prepared a developmentally sequenced curriculum map based on curriculum requirements for a specific subject and grade level. In my mapping sequence consists of 5 including content, content standard, performance standard, learning competencies, and learning materials. The content of grade 7 math is number and number sense, while the content standard, the learner demonstrates a key concept of sets and the real number system. Then the performance standard, the learner is able to formulate challenging situations including sets and real numbers and solve this in a variety of strategies. Moreover, the learning competencies is the learner describes well-defined sets, subsets, universal sets, and the null set and cardinally of sets. And the last one, learning material. It is the sources or references of the lesson. After doing my mapping sequence, I answer the 4 questions about mapping sequence and answer what my insight about a Unit 2 lesson. Let's sum up my activities in Unit 3. In my Activity 7, I research the meaning of curriculum development and I provide my sources which is needed by my activity. And I do my own definition and understanding based on my research of what curriculum development is on the context of teachers' responsibility. While in my Activity 8, I compared my model of curriculum that discussed in the Unit 3 using matrix provided, and I discussed the similarities and distinguishing features of each model. The 4 models in curriculum development, those are Tyler's model, Tabas model, Oliva's model, and the last one, Saylor and Alexander model.